it's Sue here. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to talk about some awesome skincare products that's been saving my skin's ass in this cold winter. To be specific, talking about products that saved my skin while I was in New York because, oh dear Lord, New York was hella cold. It was so cold. It was unexpectedly, unfathomably, like I was freezing my tetas off. It was that cold, and I think it's because it's so much more drier there and the air feels more crisp and cool, and I think that's why. Korea is pretty cold too, but I'm in self-quarantine. I haven't been out in like a week, so I have no idea how the weather is. But anyways, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys awesome products, these awesome products that just literally just protected my skin and just did CPR on them. So without further ado, let's get this video started. First and foremost, can I speak? First and foremost, wow, I lost my English. I totally lost my English, yeah. First and foremost, we're gonna start out with this beautiful oil that just saved my skin's ass. Oh my gosh, I owe you so much gratitude. This is the Rovectin face oil that I took to New York, and oh my gosh, this was such a beaut. And as you guys can see, I'm almost done with this beautiful oil, and I do indeed have a backup, hallelujah. And this is honestly an oil I think that I just come back to every single winter when it gets colder. Now let me just quickly explain about the product itself. This is a facial oil, an oil product that you just apply on your skin. Sometimes I like to go directly in with the dropper, or I just like to take a couple of drops between my hands and just absorb it in afterwards. And the ingredient list is pretty simple. It has a beautiful blend of first sunflower seed oil. It's second on the list. It's a great emollient. My gosh, my tongue is not cooperating today. And it enhances the skin barrier. And fourth on the list is squalane, which I love. It's also one of my favorite ingredients because it's skin-like. So squalane is an ingredient that, or a component that you can find in your own skin. It's in our sebum, so our skin is so much more open to absorb it, and it goes well with it. And I feel like it's one of the ingredients that really does help boost up your skin barrier strength. It's non-greasy, non-oily, and I think that's why I love this oil so much. To be honest, truth be told, guys, I haven't used too much face oils just because my skin recently started to get dry in the past few years, so I've only been able to try a couple of face oils. But out of all of the products that I've tried, this has got to be the lightest, the fastest absorbing oil that I've ever tried. And I think it's so like 깔끔해. It's so neat. It has a very clean cut finish, and that's why I like it. And I feel like the majority of it does get absorbed into the skin as opposed to like dwell on top, which I find that some oil products do, and it gets everywhere because it's just dwelling on top. It's not really doing anything. And as for the finish, it just leaves a really nice glowing layer of moisturization that looks bomb. It makes your skin look bomb, and it makes my skin feel bomb as well because it's really moisturizing. Leaves that nice occlusive layer, and it seems to tuck all of that skincare, like all of that skincare I did prior to it. It just seems to tuck everything in nicely, like a nice duvet. So I do definitely recommend this if you have more drier and sensitive skin type. And it does carry a scent, but it's not artificial fragrance. It is just a natural scent from the ingredient neroli oil. It's a nice scent. It's a unique scent. It's a scent that I barely smelled anywhere else. It's very calming. Like it sets the right tone just as I'm about to go to sleep. So I love this oil. It's a truly must try if you do have dry skin for the winter times. Me loves. Oh, next up I have this beautiful ampoule by Innisfree. This is the retinol CICA repair ampoule. This beautiful product, like its name, contains retinol and also CICA, which I think is a perfect combination. Me loves. It does have very low levels of retinol. I believe it was 0.001 or 0.01. Yes, it's very low, so it's very gentle. During winter or whenever I go on trips or whenever I travel, my skin gets hella crusty and rough and dull. Like I can see it for myself, like the texture gets so messed up, and I'm just like, oh Lord. My skin's feeling the tiredness, my skin's feeling jet lagness. But this time I noticed that didn't happen, and I was so shocked because it was absolutely extra cold in New York. I was extra tired because I couldn't get used to the time difference. And so my skin was bound to feel crusty and dull and rough, but it didn't happen. And I know that it's due to this ampoule because this is the only product that's new that I'm traveling with. And one other thing is that this beautiful ampoule did not sting once. And you know, my skin, the state of my skin was just at its worst, but it didn't. It did not betray me once. I was really impressed. I was truly impressed with this, and it kept my skin, the texture, very healthy, very smooth. And also, one other impressive factor about this one is that even though this is not necessarily a serum that I would associate as being extra nourishing or extra hydrating to use in the winter, because the formula is pretty light. It has a yellowish, milky-ish, light, watery even, very light. Despite its relatively light formula, I didn't feel the dehydration one single bit. And this was the only ampoule or serum that I had with me. It was the only serum that I had applied. So I was truly amazed. It's the full package. Oh, P.S. I'm using the bigger version. This is the 50 ml. They recently came out with a bigger version. Everyone get this one. Seriously, it's so worth it. This is honestly my favorite retinol product. It's gentle. It keeps my skin tight and smooth. It's hydrating, that you can even use it during the winter times, during the cold times, and it just keeps my skin healthy and looking young. Oh my gosh, this was such a lifesaver. Oh my gosh. I owe my life to you. This is the Nature Republic Green Derma Mild CICA cream. Actually though, this I did appreciate more for my body. So if you guys watched the first episode of my New York vlog series that I have going on, I told you I packed this because I wanted a big jumbo cream, not only for my skin but also my body, and I'm so glad that I did. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how dry and itchy my body got, my skin got during the trip. And this always happens during the winter times. Like, my skin would get itchy, and what happens, you know, when something gets itchy, you start scratching it mindlessly, right? You just like, you're kind of unconscious about it. But the problem is, for me, my skin's pretty weak, so it starts bleeding. And I know that sounds terrible, but that's what happened during the trip, and that's what happens, you know, even now. So I do have to make sure to moisturize my body very thoroughly, and this was just a lifesaver. To be honest, when I first received this cream, I wasn't too thrilled about the formula. The formula is pretty plain. It's nothing exciting. It's nothing like fascinating. It's nothing sexy, but it gets the job done and it's calming. Can you guys, this is 190 ml. This is almost a 200 ml cream, and I have done serious damage to it. I have created a crate, a literal crate. That's how much I enjoy using this. And so after I take a shower, I take big chunks of it, apply it all over my body, and I like to massage it in, and it just feels so nice, so soothing, so calming. So of course this makes a great cream for your face as well, but this just saved my body's ass so much. Like, I owe you big time. The formula is a regular cream, but it does get absorbed into the skin pretty fast. And this contains CICA, and I believe this contains more CICA than other products. That's what they really pride themselves in. So it's really calming, and even though it looks pasty, it's not too thick. It does absorb down pretty fast. Oh my gosh, I'm finally done with this mist. Oh, finally. This is the Untitled White Truffle Body Glow Spray Serum. This is the body mist. I've had this for I think a year now. It took me a year to finish this up, but I'm very proud, and I actually enjoyed every single drop of it. So obviously I took this to New York, and thank goodness I did. This was such a handy mist to have around. So the thing is, when I wake up, sometimes I don't shower right away, and I don't wash my face right away. Sometimes I'll just like go on my phone, chill, eat breakfast or something, and that is when I would spray my skin with this, because in the morning sometimes it feels too dry, but I don't want to like wash my face when I know I'm gonna work out and take a shower later. So this is a really handy, awesome mist to just have around. Just spray it and you're good to go. And also another great thing is that after you spray this on, you don't need to take that extra step to absorb it in with your fingers. It just does it itself, and it's so moisturizing. And you know, some mists, the thing is, after you use them, they feel even more drying. Like for example, okay, this is on the side note, but you know this, you guys know this Avene mist, right? It's super popular, but this makes my skin feel so drying afterwards. I'm just like, why is this famous? Why is this popular, guys? If you guys are enjoying this product, let me know, because I'm just so puzzled as to why this is such a popular cult. So anyways, that was on the side note. But anyways, with this one, I don't have that problem, and it's due to that fabulous layer of oils. So I'm sure you guys remember, I've already shown this so many times on my channel. It has a beautiful layer of oils, which is consisted of avocado and sunflower seed oil. That's just going to help fortify your skin barrier and also do a really good job in moisturizing. So this was a beautiful body mist. Guys, last but definitely not least, I have this beautiful Abib sheet mask. I always take sheet mask when I travel, and I always like to pamper myself extra during the winter because it gets colder and my skin does need that extra hydration. These are honestly one of my favorite sheet masks to use of all times. There's no question about that. These are so hydrating. These are really game changers, and they use microfiber sheets for their material, which is a trend that I've noticed that a lot of brands have caught up with. But the thing is, the amount of essence that is in these sheet masks is insane. It's to the point where the sheet masks feel different just because all of the essence, what happens, it coats the sheet mask with an extra layer of essence. So the sheet mask feels a lot more softer and a lot more jello-like compared to other sheet masks by other brands. These are a bit expensive, I will say. So I only get them when on sale. And also, one interesting thing that I noticed when using these sheet masks, and let me know if this happens to you. If sometimes, not always, sometimes I think when my skin is, you know, feeling a little down and a little tired, if I go straight in with these sheet masks without doing any prior skincare, my skin gets really dehydrated, meaning that even though on the outside it will look shiny, shimmering, splendid because I just put this on, I can feel dry sensation inside. It's so weird. And so when that happens, what I have to do is I have to erase all of that essence, do my skincare again, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know why that happens. Like, why is that? Like, it's not like this is full of occlusives. I don't know what. So anyways, let me know if that's happening to you. So how I like to use these sheet masks, I always like to apply them after I do my whole skincare routine. So I will do essence, serum, cream, go in with the sheet mask, and then finish up with the face oil. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!